I'm growing old here. The I Ching said I won't be lucky in love. What's luck got to do with it? The I Ching's about to become toilet paper. I want some vodka for my lemonade. I should just go out and become the next most brilliant junkie in the modern world. I should just go out and become the next most brilliant dead junkie in the modern world. I'm tired. I want some vodka for my lemonade. I'm tired of listening to some asshole talk about someone else talking about someone else cutting ice into birds with a chainsaw. Even if that asshole is one of my dearest friends. I want some vodka for my lemonade! May the bird of paradise, whatever that is, fly up your nose and melt all over you. May the assholes of birds fly over your head, spitting incessantly. May the bird of assholes pleasure you constantly for its own gain. Tweet, fucking tweet. I want some vodka for my lemonade. Make me weep, scream, laugh, anything. God damn it. So I rarely preface anything when I do any of this stuff, but about 5 minutes before I walked out the door, I realized because I'd been tearing apart the whole house, there was this big stack of papers. There's all this stuff, so I thought, well, I'd page through it and see what happened. So I went over to the King's Head and looked at some of these. See, the irony of this one is that in the middle here, it says, I'm tired of listening to someone, asshole, talk about someone else talking about someone else cutting ice into birds with a chainsaw. That's a poem that's a reference to a poem by Stan Rice, Anne Rice's friend, husband. Well, this person did happen to be one of my dearest friends. And the interesting thing about it is I wrote that in 1999. Now I'm sitting here waiting for you guys, and I'm realizing there's this pencil thing here. It says, me, fall of 2002. Okay? And I'm just sitting here, just thinking about other things, and then I went, ding. The person who put that on there runs a poetry reading, been doing it for about 25, 30 years in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, called Poets Monday. Does a quarterly, review. And she asked for that, fall of 2002. Oh. Well, so that would have been summer of 2002, which was when my fiance and I announced that we were going to be married in fall of 2002. That best friend was the one she left. Ooh. So I was the last one to know. Wow. I thought that was interesting. Let's see what else we got here. It's called Rita. It's Sanskrit for rite, action, ritual. It's the actual conceptual root for karma. But it's a little bit convoluted as how that happens. Put your hand on mine. Feel the cool jade fingers. Trace the veins of precious metal coursing away. Fallow fingers. Lie on the altar, eating incense with your lungs, eyes caressed. My platinum tongue. Gaze at the cliff, my brow, below the tangled forest of intent. See, the apple of my eye. 'Tis no plum. Behind us ramparts of amethyst and stone, dour and somber, lead nowhere. That's plain. Ahead, leaves and trees playing Tai Chi with the rain. Again, I touch your silken breast just right and feel your blood. That is mine. The cavern's deep, the cavern's old, full of the musty singing of voices like stars, all magnitudes and many. I, buoyed by vibrations, yearn to reach places of no breath. With you, though, that's the quest. Raise the bridge high as the quicksilver beads drip from my lips. One blade to cross. See the flames, hear the waves, know nothing but rods and cones. Plunge carefully, plan carelessly, pull more and more worthless idols from my pouch. You know not which. Then a feathered serpent casually sweeps the sky precisely from our view. The caves grow silence like bamboo. All the cosmos screams, you too. And the cherry blossom moment falls, while one little boy wonders about dust and light, and the old man ponders second nature's call. Interesting to find when you're not looking for anything. Two more. I think that's enough. These are a couple a little bit worrying. So I lost all my stuff when I got out here about 3 years later, because I had moved so quickly I even left my driver's license but brought my passport, right? And then about 3 years later I found out all my stuff, all my personal music that I've been recording since 1984, all my writing, everything, all my clothes, everything. So this is all that's left. Interesting, huh? So anyway, so I carried this stuff around to poetry readings when I first came out here. How many pinheads can you stick on an angel? This is not my beautiful blouse. These are not my beautiful scars. This is not my beautiful life. We are the beautiful stars of non-magazine interviews and on-radio shows, of torn vacations and violated oaths above and below, of glad bag weekends and unemployment compensation checks. We are the beautiful stars of ocean liners that never sank and coffee-stained maps under the car seat, of unplanned line breaks and tampons on sale till the 25th of the month. We are the beautiful stars of bad breath and unusual opinions of obscure saints, of State Department double talk and sexual impoverishment, of cookie-cutter blues bands and infomercials, of improper debt consolidation and dreams of Russian cheesecake. We are the beautiful stars of insistent crackhead panhandlers and creepy BMW salesmen, of family headstones without flowers and dirty kitchen floors, of songs unfinished and incredibly damaged poetry. We are the beautiful stars of DNA testing and notarized documents, of crimes of apathy and beer can ashtrays, of scratched Prince recordings and late-night fast food, of brilliant, well-meaning companions and telemarketers, of pleasant breezes and mundane frustrations, of coyote belches and nonviolent protesters, of Tom Waits and yellow lights, of shame and pain and small complaints, of word viruses and incompetence, of misdirection and unfriendly gestures of closeness, and your head on the back of his head. Like I'm sure more than one poet has done coming to the Rap Saloon over the years, after I realized that I was on the short line 33 down at Sunset in Maine, I walked under. I wrote this in Allegheny. There's only you. There's no fucking me. There's only you. There's no fucking me. There's only you. There's no fucking me. There's no me. It took me a couple of weeks to actually peek under the hood and look around and figure out why I keep inverting that Trent Reznor lyric. I'm moving into another phase of my artistic career, of my life. What you see is far from what you get, friends and acquaintances. Of that I can only assure you. And some of you well know that perception is the only reality. The body only feels pain. The mind is insane. Always insane. Just immerse yourself into any introductory volume of philosophy. Turn every media device you own on full blast and lay on a bed of nails. Then jump in a hot shower. You'll catch on if you haven't already. A comfortable chair will also suffice. A equals not A, especially if you start from A equals A. Askew very nearly lost his mortality. It's a bald-faced lie. Askew is not mortal and never has been. Flies in the Vaseline we are. We're stuck here all the time. Sometimes it blows my mind. If I weren't here, if it weren't for a few photos from the really big show, Las Vegas weekend, no one would even have the slightest proof that such an entity existed. And that's proof of the most tenuous kind anyway. He could disappear tomorrow and no one would even be certain that he was ever here. Or that there was ever anything to reappear. Hell, Askew might be a franchise with guys like me performing the same work in a dozen cities. You just do not have evidence otherwise, and Occam's razor will not help. This might. Take the phonetic of the word askew. After all, sound is nearly everything. Well, vibration is at any rate. All puns aside, I quote from the Mahatma Guru Tao Sri Paramahansa Shivaji. Ascetic comes from the Greek, askew, to work curiously, to adorn, to exercise.